Okay, so we got Def Leppard, Too Late. Too Late for Love. Somebody got fired, demoted, put in prison, maybe all of the above. Definitely have to watch the shorts. Definitely read your documents. The truth is coming out. Ace of Swords, documents being signed. Under that is the Empress. The Empress kicked some butt. Emperor, Empress, right? Power. Somebody went down big time. Now, the last cards out were the Hierophant and the King of Pentacles. So that's the end result. But what happened was somebody went to prison. Somebody lost it all, has to give it all away. They're probably very earthly and they just couldn't get it together and they went down. Now I'm shuffling up this new deck because I think that these shorts explains itself very well. It's Def Leppard, Too Late for Love. Definitely check it out. I think it explains everything just fine. Okay. To each person, it's going to mean a little different, and that's why I want you to study the shorts, and I want you to figure out where it fits into your life, but that's the energy. The energy is just somebody too little too late, or too much too late, but they were wearing a fake mask, and they got caught. And they lost their job, they lost everything. Everything has to get given away. Their Ace of Swords got rammed up their ass. This one wanted to come out by the Empress, by the Divine Feminine. Just what I said before, the Empress kicked ass because she wants her Nine of Cups. And she's going towards her wishes and her desires. And in Astro is where all of this is coming to me from, and the cards. Okay, so that's what we did in Astro. We also had a fake feminine the last week or two, if you remember correctly. And that feminine went down too. So now you're going to get your Divine Feminine reward. Now, if you're saying, well, I'm a guy watching this, it's just your feminine side. You know, you have to remember we're dual. We have a female side and we have a male side. And your female side is searching for love. Your female side wants the male and the female to connect. And it's too late for love with these past people. They had their chance to become the Hierophant. They had the chance to be the King of Pentacles and get that new job and that new life, and they didn't. Okay? They went into a prison, spiritual or physical or both. Now they have to give it all away. Now they have the loss of the job. They're being fired, demoted, put in prison. You're going towards your highest Hierophant. I also got a message off this card of a Hierophant fell. Now, how does a Hierophant fall? That's not that easy. It's not as easy for a Hierophant to fall as it is maybe a King of Wands. Someone that lets their ego and addictions get in the way. But someone very high ranking fell. I also got that message. And then I also got the message of, but you're going towards your Hierophant. And it's all truth. That's Ace of Swords. That's St. Michael's Ace of Swords twice. You had it as the overall energy. And this deck has 2 Ace of Swords in. So it came back again as the final outcome. Now that's very significant because I said the Ace of Swords got rammed up somebody's ass. And that's where I think for sure it was the Hierophant, because there was some kind of a very high-ranking Hierophant, female or male, that really thought they were getting away with something and thought that we didn't see what they really were, and we did. So it's a two-sided message. One is the message where the Hierophant fell, and one is the message where the King of Wands fell, and you're going towards your Hierophant, but it doesn't matter, because for me to get both Ace of Swords out of my deck, which is, it was a mistake, but I said there are no mistakes. So if you've been following me, you know that this deck, Miss Mystic, has two Ace of Swords in it. Okay, I know the letters are backwards when you read them, but I'm still showing you them. So you got Ace of Swords as the overall energy, Ace of Swords as the final outcome. So Saint Michael is just telling you that you are getting your King or Queen of Pentacles, someone that's going to be stabled. Now I said stabled with a D, but it's stable, focused on wealth, patience, determined, confident, successful, goal orientated. Now I can't talk. Goal orientated. Now, if I'm having problems with my speech, that's just because, one, I just got out of Astro, and two, they really don't want me telling you all this. The opposition doesn't like to admit they lost. And we have the earth and the air sign. So also somebody is having problems breathing. We have your chosen royal, and you're not going to get tricked by this Hierophant. You're not going to get tricked by this King of Wands. You might have been hearing other readers saying stuff about don't go back to the past, don't go out with these karmics. They're trying to trick you. Well, yeah, but we took care of them, you know. We're the chosen, we're the brave, we're the true. We're the divine ancestry, okay? We don't let them get in our way. So last night made it final is all I'm trying to say. Now you're on to a new job, a new connection with that Pentacles, with that King of Pentacles. So you've got your new assignment, and it's with a King and Queen of Pentacles, and it is Hierophant energy, because the old is gone. Now, for a Hierophant to fall, like I said, it took a long time. It took us a while. But now that Quantum's here, you pretty much can't get away with anything. Now, why did I say Quantum is here? Because it is. Just because it maybe isn't here in the movie right now in front of us today, walking down the street, it's here. Okay, and it's been here for a long, long time from the spaceship. Quantum is your consciousness. So the Hierophant didn't get away with nothing. Physically, spiritually, the Hierophant went down. The King of Wands went down. Whatever he was trying to portray himself as, it's all out in the open now. And it goes right back to Empress again. So we've got Empress, Divine Feminine, Empress again. Okay, so the fakes are gone. The fake feminines, the fake Hierophants, all these fake people are now in spiritual prison, physical prison, doesn't matter. Read your documents carefully because it's all about legal issues. Okay, so that's pretty much the reading. I'm going to go ahead and do a brand new one with all these decks here. I've got 3 decks, so let me put them all together and we'll do a whole new reading. I think you got the gist of what I'm saying. High-ranking person fell. St. Michael Sword of Truth twice. That's very rare too, because that's my deck here, and there's a lot of cards here. So we're going to get one more reading. I'm going to put all these cards together, and we'll just get a final outcome on everything. Too Late for Love by Def Leppard. You want to check that out because that's what happened. That person now is too late for love. That means your new love, your true love, your Hierophant love can come in. Okay, very important message there. We had to clear the path, and I told you for a long time they've been doing them love potions, they've been doing love spells, they've been doing all kinds of stuff to keep you two apart. Okay, and that now is ending, and that now is cleared. But it took a while because what I'm getting is this King of Wands was very shyster, shady type of energy and really portraying as a Hierophant. And it tricked a lot of people. So right back to give it away, they had to give it away. They had to give all their talent away, their time, their charity, and it's gone. It's given away. They gave up everything for being deceitful. Okay? And that's okay because we want to get to the bottom of this. How long have we been trying to get to the bottom of this? Spiritual alchemy in play, which is active transformation. The transformation is now here. Liberation and change. Everything I just said, now you can move forward. Now you may have to move forward for a little bit by yourself until the rest of the movie plays out. It's kind of like the path now is clear and these people have been taken out, put in their spots. You may notice that you get fewer subscribers. You may have fewer people texting you, calling you. You may go down to just you and your pets. It's all because we had to clear away everything, right? Now, we've been clearing this away for a while, but I told you the reason it took a little bit longer is because there was somebody really faking it. Really faking it that they were a good female, a good male. They were a Hierophant. What comes to mind is how the churches used to have, maybe still do, priests, and really the priests were pedophiles, right? It's that kind of energy where somebody was really portraying themselves as good, but behind closed doors they weren't. And that person, place, thing, that kind of energy was keeping you from your divine counterpart, and that's finally over. It is completely over. So you may be alone for a little bit again. And if you're not, that's because the road is clear now and your significant other can come in now. Okay? They're showing me an accident, and they're showing me somebody stuck in a traffic jam. And then they're showing me how the ambulance comes and the fire trucks come and they clear the road, and then the cars can move forward. So now the clearing, now the cars are moving forward. How long now will it take from that delay? Will be up to your significant other, okay? And the movie and Astro. But what's good, it's just such a freeing feeling. It's just such a good feeling of, wow, you finally got them. You finally got the bad guys out of the way. And again, it's being done in astro, and then it has to be done in physical. So it's already been done in astro, but now we were bringing it into the physical. And that's what just took place, was the physical part of it. So you may really hear of your ex-husband or wife going to prison, something that significant. Okay, spiritual awakening, ascension. So you have the freedom now to be able to fully ascend, to fully be who you want to be. Your special mission, your earth angel mission. Isn't that awesome? Look at them two cards. Spiritual ascension and earth angel special mission. It's cleared up for you now. Now you can use your spiritual gifts, your intuition, your vision, your dreams. All right. So what a perfect reading. Top of the deck, talk to your spirit guides for your next move on ascension mission, next assignment. And you are going to have some eagle. I said eagle, but it's legal. So you're going to, an eagle is very significant. So it's probably to do with money because eagles are a sign of money, right? Fraudulent action. You may be getting some kind of information about this. As I said, it's playing out in the physical now. So you might find out that your Hierophant, right, that you thought was your Hierophant, has been embezzling. And therefore, you're leaving them now, and your business is gone. You're getting a new job, a new Hierophant. I mentioned yesterday about that too. So that's just coming in again. It's the energy of they got caught. But now, if they got caught, that always gives us consequences. When my people got caught, I got left with the business, all the houses, and I had to liquidate everything. I had to do all the physical work because of their spiritual disease. I had to do all the work. They had no integrity. They were immoral. And I had to relocate physically. And you might have to relocate physically. And that's all in the near future. So that's the end message there. And you see how that all played out. But what the good news is that even though the road got clear, it's just like they're showing me, the road's clear and you can move forward now, but now you got to move forward really slow because there was a traffic jam in that accident. So you're not going 70, 80 miles an hour. You have to go 30 or 40 miles an hour. And there's all kinds of debris on the road from the accident. And there's still lots of chaos and commotion from the accident. So even though your road is clear, you still have some legal issues you may have to take care of. But the tower fell and the results are in of who the fakes were, and they have been taken care of. So you now have a clear path to drive, but you still are going to have to deal with the consequences from the accident. You're catching my drift, I can tell. Okay, everybody. I love you, and I am Miss Mystic.